Thank you, Gayatri, for the introduction. A very good afternoon to you all. So this is what we have been talking about for the last 1 week since you have registered for this seminar. Restarting your career in a new avatar, the art of reinvention. Dear friends, welcome to the Transit Lounge. You are in a very special place. And what does your boarding pass say? At the end of the session, I'm going to ask each one of you, what does your boarding pass say? Mine has got only one word. That is the only thing that will keep us floating through this transition phase. Are you ready to reinvent the wheel? Do I see some indignant glances there? Why do you need to reinvent? You are experts in your field. You have got consistently good reviews for your work. You are smart and intelligent. So why? The workplace has changed. Structure and environment have changed, not so much the work. The word, have you visit any startup office? I think Jobs for Her office should be the best place to start with. You see a gradual cooling down. The workplace has become more informal. It depends on which background have you come from, but I see the change as positive. Everything is becoming more relaxed, so you don't really have to be tense. But at the same time, if you are too stiff, you are too formal, you look out of place in that structure. Organizational structures have become flatter. The working environment, your language has changed. Just go on social media and you know what I mean. I saw someone on LinkedIn who was not so young himself. He said, if somebody signs off an email as regards, I guess the age of the person. Do you think that's justified? People got back at him. They said this is being too judgmental, but that is how the world goes. So if dear sounds too formal, write hi. If regards is too much, cheers, something else, or just sign your name. So, but I would still take some time to write hey, that is my individuality. But still take some time to reinvent yourself. You are lucky to be in an era of uncertainty. Are women the only one changing careers? Guys are doing it. Single girls are doing it. People moving from software to interior decoration. A dentist taking up a course in hospital management, then a course in information management, finally settling up in a course of data analytics, working in data analytics in an hospital. Her doctor parents are still wondering what happened. We wanted our child to be a doctor. So it's not that women don't share the blame of that. Okay, these are the ones who get married. These are the ones who have to move with their husbands. These are the ones who have children. These are the ones who have health problems at home and they take breaks for that. No, we are not the only ones doing it. We are sharing it with a lot of other people. What is the story that you peddle? I'm not asking you what is your personal story. Each of us will have a personal story that is different, that is unique to you, and which cannot be shared on a public platform, on a common platform everywhere. Yet, what is the story that you peddle? When you go to meet somebody for work, for an interview, you will have to justify the reason for taking a gap. That is how the world goes. Your first line HR often ends up asking you those stodgy questions. No, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What will you expect for a salary? Why did you leave your last job? It leaves me frustrated at times. I mean, what are they doing with it? Is there an disturbance, Gayatri?
No, Reena, it's fine from my end.
Are you getting me clearly? I could hear something. Anyway, let's move ahead. It leaves us frustrated at times. We have spent so many years. We know better than these kids working out here. In spite of them, these are the kind of questions that we are asking. Yet, there is a bevy of questions for which we will have to be prepared. You left for personal reasons. What is the thing HR is going to ask you first? What will happen if those circumstances recur again? What if your husband gets transferred again? What if you have another baby? You will have to justify. You left for bigger challenges. So what do you mean by bigger challenges? What was less challenging in your job that you left behind? What was your plan? What have you added meanwhile? Have you gained any new skill sets? How do you plan to go ahead? What is your plan A? What is your plan B? What is your plan C? Okay, at least 30 minutes of discussions. You want a change of direction? This is even tougher. Okay, you have got the skill sets, you show an interest in something, but you have no experience. So why should a company hire you? You know what they are arriving at. Then they'll talk about salary after that. You have enjoyed a break and now you wish to return to the workforce. Maybe you were traveling abroad. Maybe you were at home bringing up your baby, whatever. But now, when you wish to return, what are your expectations today? The workplace has changed since the time you left. Are you entering the same field? Are you getting into a new field? Each answer, each line, each word that you speak is going to make a lot of difference. And you need to have tremendous clarity of thought to face these kind of barrage of questions that will be fired at you. No story is perfect enough to suit all circumstances. I'm not saying you should have a standard story. Build up 2 stories, 3 stories, 4 stories, practice with different things. These kind of platforms like Jobs for Her, peer groups, our webinars, the R3 Meet Tomorrow, all these are places to network. Speak to people, get their feedback, watch their reactions. While you are speaking, just see how they are reacting. Keep refining your story. Maybe you go to 3 different interviews to meet 3 different people for business and you have a different story for each. It's perfectly fine. That is the way the world goes. Choosing the right field to start afresh. Now here comes the crunch. If you can get back to your own field, why not? That is where your core expertise lies. That is where your previous experience and seniority will be valued. If you have enjoyed that, if you have loved your job, please do that. Don't try to venture into another field or get into a field which is in some way related to your previous field, because then you are utilizing your core expertise. Take some time with this figure. This looks complicated, but focus only on the outer circles. What you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, what you can be. I'll take this up with my example. What you love doing? I love writing, but can I earn money with that? I just went to a publisher last week. My friend pushed me with my collection of poems and he said, yeah, you are very good, everything is fine, but it's better if you write prose. Then I checked up some self-publishing options. Breaking even will have me to sell at least 5,000 copies, which I may not make it. So, okay, that's not a money-making option. That is an hobby. I could do it part-time, but that is not the field to enter. But if I have writing skills, it helps me in blogging. It helps me in getting on social media. So I will utilize my ability there. What are you good at? I come from banking. I have spent a good 25 years there. I'm a veteran in that field. But then does the world of banking need me today? Banking is going digital. They want people below 40. Some of them might need me, but I may not want to join them for some other reasons. You know, we have become demanding with time. We have developed our own rigidities, things. So is that an option? No, I can do something related to banking, but I don't want to get back to that corporate world again. This is a personal choice. Your story may be different. What the world needs, they need my expertise. If they need my banking expertise, where can I utilize it? Maybe training. If the world is going to the way of e-learning, I could do that. So e-learning modules, the new fintechs and biztechs that are coming up, again, they need my contacts that I have developed over the years. They need my expertise, so I would do that. On a slightly more personal front, I have had an inclination towards social service. So I volunteer for NGOs. If I can spare 10 hours a week, it's fine with me. It gives me some satisfaction. And at least I think this is what the world needs. I'm not sure about that. Now comes the crunch of that, what you can be paid for. This is where we are all aiming to reach ultimately. That blue outer circle at the bottom, what you can be paid for. So what I won't be paid for writing, I won't be paid for volunteering, but I certainly will be paid for my expertise. And what have I done meanwhile? I have entered other fields. I have gained a lot of certifications. I think I have around 9 to my credit so far. Coaching, training, technical writing, image consultancy, instructional design. I'm not saying each one is useful, but each one has enriched me in some way. And if somebody asks, what are your credentials? I've got something to show. This is what I've got, this expertise, I can do. It has taken a whole period of 3 years for me to come to this stage, and I cannot yet say that I'm tremendously successful. Using your internal resources to take the plunge. Spend a moment on this. What do you think are your internal resources? Is it only whatever is inside you, you as a person, your personality, your capabilities. No, it is also your family. It is also your friends. It is your social circle. It is that company you have worked with earlier. This is the world that knows you. This is the world that will help you get back. Maybe not in the same company, but their contacts are always there. They know what you are capable of. They are your best spokespersons out in the world. You need that circle around you. Jim Rohn says you are the average of the 5 people who are closest to you. I don't know on what basis that figure 5 is based. And I'm not even sure whether I would like to be the average of people around me. But certainly, I need at least 5 people to speak for me. There are certain exercises that we do. They say name the 9 people who would speak for one quality of yours. I started listing down. The very first time, 6 out of 9 places, it was me and my husband. I realized that was a problem. I need people outside to speak for my skills. And what are you going to do for that? You have to network. You have to get out, meet people. Networking has become a very confusing word. I mean, it's not just about going, flashing your card, distributing it, collecting other cards and coming back, but it is about meeting people. It is about letting people know what you do, give them some idea about what you do as a person, so they get back to you when you are needed. When people say I'm the kind of person who, my heart always sinks. All of us have got this certain images about ourselves. You know, I have always been this kind of person. I like wearing black. I don't like wearing white. I like Chinese food. I don't like Indian food. This and that. Just get under the, I just can't work in this kind of atmosphere. You know, I've always hated. I can't tolerate these kind of people. Okay, is that the reality? Is that the only thing you will go by? Get on the other side of the table. See how people view you. See if you really cannot change, or are we just going by our formulas? We have created an image and we have trapped ourselves inside that. Get out of that prison. Don't imprison yourself. Go and try something else. Maybe you can do it. Try some other kind of food. You can eat it. It's not so difficult. Try some other kind of work. It's easy. In fact, after some years of experience, you will find that most of the things are very easy. We are paying high fees to all these certifications, to all these institutes, lot of people, and then we do it for 10 days, 8 days, 6 months, and then we think, okay, I could have covered this in a month. It's not so difficult because you have got that background, you have got your concepts, which makes understanding things very clear. So whatever you think about yourself, it's like the caption under a painting. You need to look at the picture. Can the colors of a picture change? What happens in Instagram? You just use a different filter and the picture changes. Okay, life is not that easy, but still try. What is reframing our paradigm? Just sit on the other side of the table. You know, you were a boss, you were heading a team a few years back. Today, when you go to meet someone, what happens? We often think, yeah, humko kya se? I went to an organization where I was told, okay, why do you want to work only as a consultant? We would like to have you full time. Come on board, this and that. So the process was initiated. They said there will be a first round of interview or something. You have to meet a certain person at a coffee shop. I agreed. Finally, when I saw who the person was going to meet me, I knew the girl. I was interacting with her. She was 20 something with about 3 to 4 years of experience. I had to get back and say, let the CEO of the organization find time to meet me. Otherwise, I'm not coming there. Maybe it sounds rigid to some people. But then this is the feeling that you get. I will have to reframe that. Over a period of time, I relaxed. There are people junior to me. There are people younger to me everywhere. In case I have to report, even as a freelancer, I do report to somebody. I am working for somebody. Agree to that. Don't make it an ego issue. If you think they don't understand and you know better, be patient. Make them understand. Use their language. Use their terminology to make them see your point of view. But reframe that paradigm to say that I cannot do it is not the ultimate answer. No, this is getting within yourself. What you want to achieve. This is your goal. What do you need to clarify here? What exactly are you looking at? A full-time job, a freelancing assignment, part-time work, work from home? Do you still dream of being the CEO someday? Get into a smaller company. What is happening now What is the reality? What is happening back in your field? Talk to your colleagues 3 years back or 5 years back, whenever you left the company. Stay in touch with them. You will know what has happened, how many things have changed out that. What could you do? Put yourself in this new situation. Where are you needed? Where are your skills needed? Where can you add value to that company? Start shortlisting, reach around 10 points. Maybe you could do 3 or 5 out of those. Now, what will you do? Could you do is okay. I can do 10 points, but do I enjoy doing all these 10 things? No. Are you okay with travel? This is a question that will frequently come up. Even the very low paid training assignments ask you to travel over a state or to other states. Maybe it is AC3 travel. You will have to put up with the accommodation they give you, eat the kind of food, whatever is possible in those circumstances, use the facilities, whatever are available in those things. Are you okay with that? What is your scenario back home? Is there somebody to manage your house? If you have a baby, do you have arrangements? Does your husband travel? Can your partner take over for you when you are not around? Sort this out before you go, before you do that, before you answer that question, are you okay with travel? And don't say yes just for the sake of getting that assignment. It will boomerang on the long term. It will reflect badly on your reputation. Can you work in diverse fields? The best part that I enjoy about freelance assignments is I do about 5 or 6 types of different things on different days. If somebody wants me for a full-time consultancy, say 9 to 5, I will say thank you, good, but 3 days a week, 4 days a week. I would need those other 3 days a week to do whatever other things I do. So be very clear in your mind. What are your circumstances? What is it that you want to do? Prepping yourself up. What does it mean? Your makeup and dressing up before you get out of the house? Though that is important too. Here I mean something else. Let's start from the internal. Choose your field, which is the field that you would like to work in. Understand the structure and evaluate where you can fit in. Again, as I said, organization structures are getting flatter. If you were heading a team with 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, maybe those kind of openings are not available. You are lucky if they are, but maybe they are not. In that case, here there are 6 to 10 different people doing their own job and reporting to one boss. You are responsible for your work. You coordinate with others as a team, as colleagues. They are not exactly reporting to you. So your communication patterns, your behavior patterns, everything will have to be modified accordingly. See what can you do for them. Enroll for courses or certifications if you need them. If you are changing fields, this is essential, non-negotiable. To date, in 3 years, nobody has asked me, please show me your certificate. What are your credentials to do that? No, but in case somebody asks, there has to be some proof. What is the kind of work you have done? Very understandable questions. Now, what happens in IT? There are many people coming from that field where everything gets outdated very fast. What has happened in banking? Banking has gone digital. Today, either techies are needed or people in sales are needed. Anybody with zero digital, in any organization, generalists are getting outdated. You have specialists, but then you need a specialization in that particular field. So if you can find something related to the field you have done earlier, update, take 6 months, 2 months, 1 month. There are a lot of online courses available which you can do from your house, or maybe get out once in a week or once in a month. It's fine. Please do it. Build an online presence. This is a huge topic. But here what I mean is what we say, if you are not on Google, you might as well not exist. Is it only your Facebook profile, your LinkedIn profile? There are specialists available. You can just go to the Jobs for Her website and see. There are people to write your resumes, write your LinkedIn profiles. That's fine. But what I mean is, by building an online presence, is what do you do after that? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, WordPress, whatever platform you choose. I would suggest that you choose only 3 and focus on them. Whatever suits your personality, what's you. But be there every day. Like something, comment something, maybe build up a calendar for yourself. You will post something once in a week, share somebody else's article twice a week. So many likes, so many comments. Comments are the easiest way. When you post something, how viral your post goes or even how many people see it depends on the algorithm of that platform. You don't control it. What is happening on LinkedIn today? The people who have premium accounts are getting circulation, others are getting a very low circulation. Do I have a control on that? No. But if I build a community, yes, my community comes up and likes my posts, they share my posts elsewhere, it helps. But how do I build that community if I'm not there every day? If I don't share others' articles, why should somebody share mine? Now, what do you share? I may be interested in 10 things. Okay, I am a generalist, I know so many things, this and that, but is that the right approach? It's okay. It shows me as a multifarious person, multidimensional, know so many things, but yet if you are doing it for a particular profession, bring it down to minimum 3. Post things only related to that. If you want to go multidimensional, go on Facebook, where your personal circle is doing that. But if it is a Facebook group, if it is a Facebook page, then please stick to a particular topic. Maximum 3. Network as much as you can. You never know where an opening might exist. You have people calling you after 3 months, 6 months. Oh, you remember I met you there on that day, this and that. Huh? So I think you mentioned something that you do this. We need a coach. At that time, I was not ICF certified. Okay, are you ICF certified today? Something opens up. There are people who know your face. There are people who just don't know you by your social profile name, social media profile. They know there is a voice behind that. They know there is a personality behind that. They know there is a face behind that. That will help. And you are learning. How will you keep yourself updated in the period when you are not working unless you go out? These meets help you. They help you know what is happening on the scenario outside. How will you go around searching? You know about these platforms, jobs for her, so I am not touching on that. In general, go around, search on the net. Some companies have back to work programs for women. Now, what come to the top of mind easily is Tata. They had something called Tata Consultancy, Second Careers for Women. Maersk had a program. These come out for a short time, maybe for 3 months or something. The windows are open. You can apply. Genpact takes these people. Access had opened up a window meanwhile. So stay on the lookout. Keep scanning online. Talk to your friends. Apply. Even if you don't think you fit the bill perfectly, apply. Go through the selection process. You will know where you stand. Again, as I said, you talk to that first line HR person you found stupid, and they're asking these questions. But what when you get around to the second round? You know where do you stand in the competition? What are the kind of tests they are giving you these days? Just visiting that office 2 or 3 times will give you an idea about the culture. What is happening these days? Take mid-career assessment tests and get counseling coaching if you think it helps. There are many platforms doing this. If you are any WhatsApp group, any Facebook, you will see these ads popping up. You will see people posting this. You have to appear for a 30-minute, 60-minute, 90-minute assessment, personality assessment test. They have different names, skill identification, this and that. It will be along with students, may not be purely for mid-career professionals, but it is there somewhere. What do these tests do? They are not really telling us something we don't know. They are only reinforcing something that we have already known, but we were not very sure about. It gives you a direction if you were confused, if you were muddled about something. Only holding that result of a test will not help either. Talk to somebody after that. And I would suggest don't talk to just one person. Talk to 2, talk to 3. Okay, these are my skills, these are my capabilities, but are they needed in the world today? Again, there is a whole research process which will help you reach a final conclusion. About placement records and prospects. Now, when I talk about all this, I'm asking you for anything from 35,000 to 5 lakhs. Now, you do this course, it enables you to do so much, it will open up the world for you, it will do this. Okay, how many people have done this? How many people have found work? How many people are actually utilizing this? How many people are out in the market? Ask questions. Still do it after if you want, but ask a lot of questions. Do you help in placement? Do you provide assured placements? There are some which will say you undergo this training for 6 months for freshers, and then there is assured placement. But what happens at our level? No institute is offering assured placement. So you have to go by feedback from the industry. Have a good look at your style of dressing. Does it fit the industry that you plan to enter? In fact, the world is going in the reverse direction. We don't need to dress up, we need to dress down. The world is becoming informal. I came from banking. I own a wardrobe full of blazers which just hang there and are used only in Delhi winters. Otherwise, I don't have an occasion to use them. I've had people walking to up in a very friendly tone in a startup office, tapping my shoulder. Don't you feel warm? I said, yeah, maybe the AC is not functioning properly. What that person wanted to ask me was, do you really need to wear that blazer? Look around, see what other people are wearing, see what suits your style. What happens in the software industry? How many companies in the last 3 years have toned down? Dress codes gone, formal dress codes not required. Okay, you may find certain things too shabby. You still don't want to go to work in jeans and a polo shirt. Don't do that much, but wear a long kurta, wear a scarf instead of a blazer. Somehow try to fit in, maybe 10% different, 20% different, 30% different, but fit in somewhere. What happens is the moment a person watches you, the person is writing a mental story about you. You need to look like someone who fits into that world. They shouldn't think, ye kahan se aa raha hai? No, may not fit our culture. The first thing, cultural fit. Cultural fit is the biggest buzzword going around. She's not a cultural fit. So watch people around, seek expert advice. You can talk to HR. You can speak to them about what are their policies. Change if needed. Everybody does not need to change. If you're fitting in, fine. If you don't, consult somebody, shop around, and get some 5 to 10 new pairs of clothes, but look like the people around you look. The world has moved in the 3 to 6 years that you were not working. Everybody is a peer out there in this world. There are no seniors, there are no juniors. Everyone is my teacher. Some I attract because of what I must learn. You might be unaware of what you teach me. I bow deep to you in my gratitude for what you have taught me. I have learned every single day from every single person I meet or talk to, online or offline. They have added in some way, they have given me a different perspective. They've helped me understand me better. They have helped me understand the world better. So if there were any big ideas about the designation that you held, I am so and so, I was at such a senior position. I don't talk to people at this level. Please get rid of that. You will have to be friends. Once you are back in a particular organization, you have established yourself. It may take a year or so. After that, you can build your position. What I would rather say, you have rebuilt your position, then get back to all your aura. But for some time, please behave as equals. And you don't have to be too subservient to. Not what can I do for you, sir, and all. You are senior to them. You know much better than the people around them. So keep your self-respect. Talk to them as equals. Fortunately, the work culture is changing. Everybody addresses everybody by first name. There are no sirs and no madams. So remember, we are all equals out there in this world. Thank you, Gayatri, for giving me this opportunity to meet all the wonderful people, and hope we have a good time tomorrow.
Yes.
See you all there.
Yes, we have a roadshow. As Reena said, we have a roadshow happening in Gurgaon tomorrow, and she's going to be a part of the mentoring group. So you can meet her face to face and get your advice. Also, visit her reskilling page on Jobs for Her and get more ideas on courses, assessments, and services that we provide.
Thank you so much.
And thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you
for the wonderful afternoon.